Looks like I have sharing access now.
Golden. Shallow, are you the only one that needs sharing access?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Is being recorded.
All right, boys. Let's
Let's
rock
rock
and
and
roll.
roll.
Can you hit your mute button? All right, we are going to get started. 102. If you guys didn't put your name in the chat yet, please go into the chat, put your name in the chat. We've got some info from the logistics team that's going to talk about how we're doing logistics. They have a PowerPoint. In that note, I said bring pen and paper so you guys be able to take notes. They're going to give you a ton of information. This is information that you need to know. Also, know they are starting to book
First that
flights
one,
and everything
Kitchen.
right
You
now.
posted any of this?
Hey, if you guys aren't talking, throw yourselves on mute for me. Appreciate it. All right, so if you guys got pen and paper or notes on your phone, be able to take some notes. They're going to throw a lot of information out at you. They're already starting to book flights and hotels for Mesa. So if there's travel adjustments that you need, you guys will need to get those to them ASAP. Once the logistics team finishes, I'm going to send you guys the tentative spring training schedule and talk through some details of that. So if you guys got questions on spring training schedule, we'll dive in and we'll have some other information too as well. All right. I think we're good. Again, we've got 96 people on the call. If you are not talking, throw yourself on mute for me so everybody can hear. All right. Shyla, all you, the floor is yours. You and Olivia, rock and roll.
Beautiful. And Brennan's on here as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and share our presentation with y'all, and then we'll get started.
Go.
Get this into presentation mode. All right, hopefully you can all see that.
There we go.
Wonderful. All right, I'll let Brennan go ahead and kick us off.
Yeah. Hey guys, my name is Ferris. I am in a travel logistics department alongside Shyla and Olivia. We are going to be your main points of contact for all of next year. And a PowerPoint, so assuming we're on slide 2. It's not working.
Yep, I got you on slide 2, Brennan.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So as you can see, you have myself, Olivia, and Shyla. Go ahead and either screenshot, take down our phone numbers. That way you guys have access to reach out to us at any point in time if you have questions. You'll also see Emily Cole, who is one of our owners on there, as well as Ethan McMaster. He will be our spring travel intern. So while you'll be mostly contacting with us 3 at the very top of that page, you might still be getting information or being asked information from Emily or Ethan as they supplement our travel team for the 2025 season. For next year, we will have specific point people for every city. So for Kansas City, I will be your main lead. For Mesa and Glendale, you'll have Olivia as your lead. So if you have questions that arise based on hotels, flights, catering, anything pertaining to that specific city, you'll go directly to that contact because they'll be able to give you all that information that you guys would need in a very quick and efficient time matter.
All right, we're going to cover a lot today, but it'll be 4 main topics. I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Shyla Hamilton. Spoke briefly at the beginning, but I am also one of our tour galleys for 2025. So it's great to see all of our returners back and some lovely new faces. Look forward to getting to know all of you. Main topics that we're going to jump into is some of the things that we do for you behind the scenes, some things that we need from you all in order to do those things, standards that we have, specifically standards on luggage and travel, and then how you would handle changes to travel or alternate travel so that we can make sure that gets booked for you in a timely manner.
So like Charlotte mentioned, there is a lot of stuff that we're going to provide for you guys. One of those is going to be communication. When you think about Fans First Entertainment, most of your fans are going to be all external. What our role is to take care of the internal fans. That is you plus the other 360 people who could be traveling on the road at any given city. So what we're going to do is send out itineraries with all the information you could possibly need for that specific city about 3 months prior to that departure date. Obviously, we won't have all the information quite yet, but it'll give you a good baseline of dates of travel and basic game day information. And then we'll plug in the flight list, the rooming list, busing list, that kind of thing as we get closer to that event. So once again, that you'll have a specific point person. All of that will be always posted in our GroupMe, and there'll be a link to the GroupMe later. Most of you should already be in there, but if for some reason you're not, we'll be able to plug you guys in there as well.
Hello, everybody. I am Olivia, another one of your little girlies you'll be seeing a lot this season. If you're new, welcome. Can't wait to meet you guys. If you're a returner, hope you guys missed me blowing up your phones. So at the end of this slideshow, we're going to have a few QR codes for you guys to scan that will link you to a bunch of our forms that we need you to fill out ASAP. If you are new to Fans First Entertainment, we're going to need you guys to fill out that traveler info form. This will have all the information that we need to like put you guys on flights. So like your pre-check number, your rewards accounts, your birthday, address, state, all of that stuff on there. You'll also see your roommate preference form. This is going to be both for new and returning players. We're going to ask for about 5 preferences for this season, and then we're going to do our best effort to put you guys with those people. I know some of you guys usually have your person from the other team, but if you're not playing, obviously that's not going to happen, but we'll do whatever we can to make that work. If you guys need any changes from your info from last year to this year, don't fill out that traveler info form. Just shoot one of us a text and we can update that on our end. We already pulled everything from last year. So to save you guys the effort of going through that again, we can just go in on the back end and do that. If there are any changes that you need made throughout the season, just shoot one of us a text. So whether that be your roommate preferences, traveler stuff, any of that that you need clarification on, shoot us a text and we will do everything we can to work that out for you. All right. Now the not so fun part. So some of our standards going into this season are in place to make sure we're kind of the same across the board and ensure that it goes smoothly. If there is a reason that you guys happen to miss your transportation or a flight, such as partying a little too hard or sleeping in a little too late, that is on you guys to do. Let's see if I can mute Andrew over here. Or not. Anywho, if you guys are late or miss something, that's going to be on you guys to book yourself a new flight. So if you sleep in and you miss your 8 a.m. flight, book the next one, get that, and we'll see you at home. But we're not always going to be that mean. If there's any family emergencies or something that happens outside of your guys' control, we will do everything we can to make that work. So if you have to go home for some reason or something comes up or you're just, a lot happening at that moment, we will try and fix that and get you guys squared away and situated. We know travel can always be unpredictable, but we will do whatever we can to make it as smooth as possible for you guys.
All right, and on that same vein of flights, we do want to make a note about some of our luggage standards. So we're going to have a lot of longer trips this year, as well as some shorter ones mixed in. So we want to make it clear up from the get-go. For those trips that are 5 nights or longer that y'all are on the road, that's when we'll cover 1 checked bag. So you roll up to the baggage counter, we'll check it in for you, we'll handle the payment, and it will see you in your final destination. When you are on the road for 4 nights or less, those ones we won't be covering. But of course, remember that every airline gives you that carry-on and the personal items, so you can bring a backpack and a rolling suitcase. So definitely take full advantage of those. You'll be surprised by what you can fit in them. And then a small note on the side of that is when we are paying for those checked bags, we're paying for like a suitcase, duffel bag, whatever you stuff your clothes in, that is just clothing and personal items. So no luggage, electric scooters, 70-inch TVs from home. Sadly, those things do not fall under our purview this year. Along that same vein, we have an unprecedented amount of equipment and merch and all sorts of things this year to put our show on. So we're traveling with a lot of trucks, but space is tight. So we have dedicated space for y'all's equipment bags and general equipment alongside that. But please note that this trucks is not a space for you to toss on your personal bags, personal luggage. Again, your 70-inch TV, golf clubs, electric scooters from home. Those things you are more than welcome to pay to check on your own for a flight if you like, but they cannot make it on the truck, unfortunately.
Okay, talking about something a little more exciting. One of my favorite things we as as an organization is offer +1 trips. So you have two different options for that. Your first one will be a free trip that is covered by Fans First Entertainment. So essentially you get to pick your city and then person of choice that you want to bring on the road with you, and we will cover the transportation and plan that transportation for them, cover a shared hotel room for you guys, and then include them in our catered meals at the ballpark as well. Once again, that is all for everyone in the organization gets that offer. And then if you want to bring your significant other on the road multiple other times, you're welcome to do so. You are just responsible for the transportation, costs, and planning, and then you would pay for their half of your hotel room that you want to split. Once again, this is all based on request because we do have 300 plus people in the organization that we try to accommodate. And so making this one of our most important things that I really care about, we do ask that this is all requested at least 4 weeks prior to a trip. This is all first come, first to experience. So we have to cap, unfortunately, the number of people we have +1s on each trip, but get those requests in as soon as you possibly know.
Money time. All right, per diem. Our goal this year is to be as clear as possible that we can on what per diem is provided for and what is not provided for. Shyla's done a bunch of back-end research on city standards for per diem and what that's going to look like for us. When we are not having catered meals, we will be providing per diem for you guys. So in most cases, breakfast will be provided at the hotel. This is something we really work for in our contracts. If it is not provided, we will provide you a breakfast per diem. And then we will also cater the meals for lunch and dinner on game days. So if you're on the road for a lunch or dinner time that is not a game day, we will be providing you guys money to cover your food and all that jazz. You will be receiving your per diem prior to the trips so that you can have it going into your travel days. We work really hard hand in hand with the finance department to make sure everyone is getting the specific amount for them based on their specific travel schedule. So if you happen to fly out 2 days later than one of your teammates, you're probably going to be getting a different amount as they are. So if you are with someone and you're like, hey, I got this amount. Oh, I got this amount. It's probably because you guys had different travel schedules. I know that came up a bit last year, but this year we'll be doing it based on the federal guidelines per city for what per diem is. If you have any questions on that, contact one of us or someone in the finance department. If you have any questions about your per diem for a specific trip, make sure you reach out to your travel rep and they will be able to fix that for you. And we'll do whatever we can to get that mathin' for y'all.
Then just the last few things to wrap up. We do obviously all of us have lives outside of Fans First and outside of the 2025 season. You understand that you may need alternate travel needs. For instance, if you're in a friend's wedding one weekend and need to fly from Omaha, Nebraska out to Anaheim, California because you're in that wedding, we're absolutely able to make that accommodation. Once again, it's kind of like on a case-by-case basis. We ask that you guys let us know at least 4 weeks or earlier, the sooner the better, but at least 4 weeks prior to that trip's departure so we can make sure all the flights are correct. Same with hotels, per diem, all that kind of fun stuff that falls in line after that. If there is an emergency, whether you guys are either in Savannah or on the road, please always reach out to one of us, especially your travel representative for that week. We're happy to accommodate anything. Obviously, things happen on the road where we can't control, and so we want to make sure that you guys are able to be where you need to be if there is a personal emergency. And like I said, I think all of you should be in the GroupMe by now. If you're not, go ahead and screenshot this and we can get that QR code over to you guys. This is strictly an announcements GroupMe. There'll only be a select amount of people who will be able to post in this GroupMe, mostly so we can keep it important information and not bog that down. There'll be specific topics based on each city where the itineraries are posted, and there'll be a specific topic with all of these links that we're about to share as well for you guys. That way it's going to be quick and easy to access. So make sure you guys join that. And then we will start a chit chat GroupMe. So what that is going to be a completely optional GroupMe for people to join. if they would like to. Essentially what this is for people out in the city to say, hey, who wants to go play disc golf while we're in Reno, or who's wanting to go get coffee in Louisville, things like that. But specifically, this one will be the announcements group that everyone needs to be in. And then these are those 4 forms. I'm sure they're probably a little bit small on everyone's phones. But once again, these will all be posted in that channel for the GroupMe to make sure you guys have access to all those forms. The traveler information, which hopefully all of you should have filled out by now. That roommate preference form that Olivia referenced, the +1 trip that I talked about, and then obviously any alternate travel. So make sure you guys are filling these out in that at least 4-week time period for +1 and alternate travel, so we can make sure we accommodate that for you guys. And that's really all we have for you guys today. I know it's a lot of information, so feel free to either chime in and ask us questions, drop them in the chat. Feel free to text one of us. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your time. We really appreciate you guys.
Thank you,
If you
girl.
have not put your number or your name in the chat, please put your name in the chat now.
And if anyone has any questions you want to run by us, like right now, let us know.
Quick question on the per diem. So I know that at the end of the year, they experimented with like a new way to get that out. Is that going to be, I guess, the standard going forward for 2025?
Yeah, so come
2025. So that'll be something that all of you get onboarded with, and finance will probably send out emails and get you more information on that soon.
Thank you.
I have a quick question. Could you go back over the +1 trip, the one that's included and what's involved in that?
Yeah, absolutely. So for your one free +1 trip, we will transport that person. So say if they live in Kansas City and they are going to be joining us in Philadelphia, we'd fly them from Kansas City out to Philly and covering that travel cost for them. Or obviously if they're in Savannah, they would just travel with the rest of the team. And then you guys would have a hotel room together, whether that be a double king, or excuse me, a double queen or a king bed, whichever you guys prefer. And then also any catered meals that we have at the ballpark for lunch and dinner, they're also included in those as well.
Awesome. And then the other trips, you said that we pay for half of the hotel room and then their flights as well.
Yep. So you'd be responsible for covering for their flight or transportation, and then you would pay for just their half of the hotel room, because we're obviously as fans are already paying for you to be in that room, usually with another roommate, but we're already going to cover that half for you guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. And if any questions come up, obviously our phone numbers are going to be available in the GroupMe, so feel free to just text one of us if anything else comes up.
Yep.
Nice. Alrighty. There's
Wings.
no more questions. Ladies, I appreciate you guys putting that PowerPoint together. Can you guys send that to us? You already sent it to us. We'll put it in the GroupMe to all the players. Also, this is going to be recorded, so we'll put the YouTube link into the group chat too as well, so you guys can refer back to it. I think that's all we need on logistics. If you guys don't have any more questions on logistics, any more questions? Oh, golden. All right, girls, you guys are good to go. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Coaches,
guys.
can you stay on for 2 seconds?
We're not getting off the chat yet. We've got a couple other things we're going to go over.
Oh, perfect.
All right, so let's talk about spring training schedule, Bananas Party Animals. This is for you, firefighters, tailgaters. This is not for you. I'm going to send the tentative schedule into the GroupMe. What that's going to look like, just main details that you need to know right now that I just keep reiterating are January 6th and 7th. You guys are going to have physicals. Francis is sending out that information, so please make sure you connect with her. So you are responsible for being here on the 6th and 7th, making sure those physicals are taken care of. On the 8th, we're going to do some baseline testing with Justin. If you guys have not connected with Justin yet, our strength and conditioning coach, please do that ASAP. Shout out to the guys that have been training this entire off season. We have a good 12 to 15 guys that have been dominating, getting bigger, faster, stronger, and it's really going to pay off once we start spring training. Know as well, we're going to hit the ground running. We have a short window to get prepared. So pitchers, make sure you should be a couple weeks into your throwing progression. Quickly after Christmas, you should be throwing those bullpens. So be on-ramped, be ready to go. Make sure you're playing catch and getting prepped. On the position player side of it, you guys start ramping up, taking ground balls, throwing, sprinting, and getting 50 to 100 swings in, just so your body's ramped up. Know that first week we're going to be in the classroom a lot, and we're going to be on the field a lot. It's going to be full days, so it's going to be 9 to 5. So make sure you are prepped up, your body's ready to move. No, spring training isn't for you to start getting ready. It's for us to hit the ground running. So know that's the expectation. We're expecting you to come in full bore, ready to get after it, and communicate with us. Viro and Vava have been reaching out to some pitchers and talking to you guys through your progression. So stay in touch with us. Let us know how your bodies are feeling. Let us know how your arms are feeling. If there's any things that come up, please keep us in the loop so we can plan properly and get you guys onboarded to kick ass once we begin on January 9th. So I'm going to throw that schedule into the chat in the group me, and you guys can view that. All right. So additionally, our turf is almost done, boys. These guys have been cooking with gas. They've been kicking ass putting this thing together. It looks phenomenal. I know some of you guys have seen the pictures of it. It is awesome. And so they're almost done. It looks like by January 1, we should be able to be on the field ready to go. So we'll keep you in the loop on that. So be prepared. Once you get here, we should be able to get on the field. The expectation that we believe timeline wise is we will be on the field January 1. Okay. Once you guys arrive in Savannah, this is locker room. So you guys need to know this. You guys will not be able to go into the locker rooms until January 9th, when it's the first full day of orientation, fans first, locker room unveil. So all of our ops team and our coaches will be getting those lockers ready to go, getting your uniforms in. We have Wilson, Louisville Slugger, and Evo Shields sending all of that stuff to us now. So we are prepping those lockers. So please stay out of the lockers as we are cleaning, prepping for you guys on that January 9th date. Also with that turf, no, we're going to need to have molds. So if you guys don't have molds, get prepared to wear molds. We are going to, like, all position players are
Yeah, you got it. Thank you.
go. Good job, Perry. All right. Viro, am I missing any details? Baba,
Gilly, question.
hit me.
Can pitchers needs to wear molded too on the mound, or can they wear spikes?
Yeah, for now, wear molds, and then we're going to, once we see what it looks like, we're going to determine what happens from there. The expectation is everybody has molds until we see how the mounds are.
Okay.
I got a question as well.
Hit me.
What about half and halves? Those fried too? Should I just go ahead and get some molds?
Molds.
Cool.
What else we got on these?
See if anybody has any questions about insurance.
Does anybody have questions on insurance?
Negative.
I don't know if I've still received an email or not. I've
Can
been
you
checking. I'll check right now.
Here, you mute yourself really quick.
Lyra, I got one for you.
You got me? You hear me? Am I coming through?
So are we going to need molds for the home series and then regular metal cleats for the rest of The tour?
Yes.
Yes. Gilly, can you hear me? I got a question.
Gotcha.
They were saying if the insurance stuff, if we're leaving everything the same, we don't need to do anything, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
You just turn your speaker off really quick. There you go. Really quick on the insurance, guys. Go into your junk box, your spam folders, whatever it is. If you do not see an email from Ease, then you need to email Marie. All her info is in the group me's. You guys need to stay up to speed on these group me's. Email them right away. There's also an email address for, I believe her name is Cheyenne, who is the benefits administrator. This is your responsibility to email them. If you have not received any emails yet from health insurance, they will take care of you from there. And I think that Aiden wanted to say something. Go ahead, Aiden.
Hi guys. I just want to say something to all the new players who still have to make their phone calls. I sent out that list today for Friday, so please let me know ASAP if you have to have a time change, and I will work with you on that. As well as I still have some guys who have not submitted an ID scan to Marin, so you have to email that to her. I also included her phone number for the FaceTime call. It's only going to take about 10 minutes, but it's to verify that your face is matching everything that you've sent to Marin. So please don't miss that on Friday, because that is the last chance you have, and that deals with your pay. So we want to make sure you guys are getting paid for this season. So thank you.
Hey, I'm just going to jump in here really quick, and this is mostly for the new guys. Every time that Aiden or Marin or Marie has to reach back out to you to do something that you should have done a day before, a week before, you're creating more work for them. So as you see, there's 100 or so people on here. That's 100 players. They also have about 200 staff members to deal with. So let's do our job by when there's a request that goes out for information for you to fill out a form. I know that I think that Kara just submitted a form today. Make sure you take care of those that same day. Obviously, if you're traveling and you're having trouble with internet connections, of course, you're not able to take care of that. But let's try to get away from having our staff reach back out to you guys and beg you to fill out these forms that you should be doing. Things move very fast. There's a lot going on here. Trust me, they have a lot more better things to do than to remind you to do something. So just if you have questions over these forms and you don't know, please just reach out. But please, whenever you see something go out, whether it's a travel document, whether it's a Wilson or Louisville Slugger Evo Shield document, take care of it right away. That's going to be something that we need everybody, most of the new guys who've been kind of dragging their feet a little bit, get up to speed on and take care of that for your coaches and your admins. That's all I got.
I got a question actually. If we're not doing the health stuff, the health coverage, do I have to go in and fill that out? Because if I went in, it says that I have to select something, but if I'm not going to select anything, do I have to do it?
Go in the link and see if it says that you have to decline or not. I don't know.
There was no decline. It just said I had to select one of the two options, and I wasn't going to select either of them. So,
cool. Then why don't you send an email to Cheyenne and Marie and tell them your name and just say you opt out of health insurance.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, Byro.
Yeah, go ahead, Zach.
Any update on the Wilson gloves that we customized last year?
As far as what?
As far as when we will be receiving them?
Hopefully on January 9th.
Question about the gloves. Are the Texas tailgaters and firefighters, are they gonna get a call about sorry, the accent. Are they gonna get a call about customizing their gloves like later on, or is that already happened?
Nope. You guys will all get contacted by Ryan Smith. He's taking care of all the party animals and party animals and banana stuff right now. You guys come a little bit later, so
Gotcha.
That he has all your information if you submitted it, and he should be reaching out to you.
Perfect. Thank you.
You got it, buddy.
Yeah, sorry, this is basically the same question, but it is for me, and I'm on the party animals. Is it concerning that I haven't got the call to customize a glove yet, or is everyone still on the same time frame?
I don't think it's concerning at all. I think I'll reach out to Ryan after this and see where he is on that, but he has everybody's information.
Great, thank you.
Hey, Viro, I have a question about health insurance. If we already signed up and we got like a follow-up email afterwards, how do we know, yeah, we're actually covered? We still email Marie?
Reach out to Cheyenne, who's our benefits coordinator for the health insurance. She'll answer all those questions. I literally don't know anything about health insurance.
Okay, thank you.
All right, boys. I think that's all we got. Thank you guys for your time. I'm sending spring training schedule in now. Just know you guys need to do physicals January 6th and 7th. Francis will be sending out that information. Make sure you guys are on ramping and getting prepared to kick some ass this tour. And stay in touch with us. You guys have a phenomenal Hanukkah and Christmas and New Year. And we'll talk to all you guys soon. Appreciate you. See ya.
Thank you.
Hey, Gil. I
What's
went
up,
to
sir?
the TSA last week, but they said